a put the garage and up and them walk behind. Right, see how them love, we see how them like. Alright, so let's go and them come to fight. We see how them love, we see how them like. Yes.
Real as. So real.
Yes, my brother.
Man.
Yes, my brother. Wow,
tell them so we are the dandy man. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the building we have none other than Looga Man, Smooth the Dan. All right?
Yeah. Real as.
Big up. The what I would say the glue, or one of the most important pieces that make up the Dutty Cup Crew. And
true.
As you should, I just need you to know, me talking to you today is very important for me because from the very first time I heard your voice, I said, yo,
yeah.
Who that?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is try and pull you out, because a lot of people, of course, we know you, Looga Man, Dutty Cup. I will try my best to just focus on Looga Man. You see me? Because you, as your own entity, is your own animal, badness. So, please introduce yourself to the people. Let them know a little, one or two things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can I tell you? I've been in the music business for like what 20 something years now.
Yeah.
Still have a very young and relevant energy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've evolved. Some people may not know, but I've definitely evolved as an artist. I've just kind of broadened my horizons. You know what I mean? I think the quality of my music has definitely stepped up over the years. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And give thanks to all that experience and that competitive spirit and the brotherhood of Dutty Cup.
Yes.
Which has definitely propelled me to another level. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So. And I have some bomb music coming out, broski. Listen. Me, I try right now. I'm not even trying. I am dropping a music video, simultaneously with a song that I've done for Andrew Blacks, which is just rather impressive. I've been working in the studio with Sean Paul, so I've got a couple tracks with Sean.
Yeah.
DJ Kareem is like, no, that producer that just never leaves my side, and I mean, like, he's always there, and you know what I mean.
You've got a lot of bombs with Kareem still, big tunes,
yeah. Most definitely, and the work never stops, really, and I mean, I'm always thinking of new ideas and new ways.
Yes.
To new strategies. You see what I say?
Yeah, man.
To keep the vibe moving.
Of course. So I mean, for me. This is my way of saluting and paying homage to some, because, in the reggae dancehall game, we've got a lot of wagonism that goes on, which is, when you're not hype, when your name isn't out there as to say, yo, people don't think that you're as bad as what you are. So for me, for me, this is important because I try to shed as much light as I can to let people know, yo, there are some titans here. And, I want to say this. I know you're very close. I say this a lot. I don't want to get to the stage where we get a Mr. Chicken situation on our hands where people rate him when he's gone. We need to be propping up our legends now, So
realize.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
R.I.P. Chicken.
Definitely.
Boy, man, I tell you. It's really true. It's a sad situation that is the case with music a lot of the times.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's when artists are actually passed and gone that people start putting the spotlight on them, and the real spotlight and the real emphasis, and say, oh, who was this person? All of a sudden.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And for real, we need to give props to our artists.
Yep.
While they're alive.
Yes, of course.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
I also want to say, I've said this to you already, but just for the sake of documentation, that I am extremely grateful for you coming in, joining in on the forum.
Listen, No, listen, I totally appreciate, being here too, and being able to talk to you as well, Candyman, isn't it?
Yes.
from he approached me, I saw where it was a positive energy.
Yes.
And I said, you know, like, I move with that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I definitely move in that direction. So
Yes.
man,
Respect.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Straight big ups to you, Candyman. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, as I say this already, you know, if you lose a woman, you get 10 more if you like. If you're, you know, and if you lose money, you can't get money. But you see, time is the one thing that is spent you can't get back. So you have decided to donate this time to me and us with this forum to get into what we're getting into. So,
of course,
ratings and props, and you know, I really appreciate this. So,
yeah.
As you don't know, I stick a pin in 5 songs that stick out to me, and that I would like you to talk about in terms of, you know, how these songs came about and all the rest of it. So I'm not aware if you were on 45 before 97, because the first time I ever heard your voice was with Mussy Kid on the Playground Rhythm.
Yes,
and
that was my I wouldn't say it was my first recording, but it was my first release.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because yeah.
So I was always one that would always play, because I've always been addicted to things that were different. I didn't play, you know, everybody up here, of course, because they bad you, Sean Paul, Mr. Vega, Spragga, Cabra, Rare. But we hear that tune, I was like, yo, because you two sound similar. You, Mussy Kid, and even Kid Corrupt, you have a very, not the same, but similar topic.
I mean, I think you have to attribute that to maybe, I don't know, schooling, you know, our peers, you know, just speaking around each other regularly.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sean Paul has a distinctive voice, but really when you check out a lot of the words that he uses as well, it's also similar, but his voice is so different. You know what I mean? So, but basically the dialect is you know, there's what we chat every day. You know what I mean? So I guess it will come out similar sometimes.
Okay. All right. So for tune number 1, I want to play a song that also came out in 1997, and it was the first time I saw your name on a 45, and I was like, oh, and it was a tune that came out. It was actually on the flip side of another record, but I played your one more time. When I don't control them, your one.
Sorry. Swoosh.
Yeah, man.
yeah, Candyman.
So this is gonna be tune number 1. I'll give the details after, but ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this, again, this is none other than the living legend that is Looga Man. So this is tune number 1, and this is Chat About Reggae. So, right, let's roll. Tune number 1. Ready?
All I got to say is Looga Man, smoke the dance from the Dutty Cup Crew. Yeah, and all the girls them understand this. Anywhere we go, anywhere we go, the girls them a follow. I saw the dirty flow, me want to know. And anywhere we stay, the girls them have to stay. Looga Man smoke the dance now without a delay. Anywhere we go, the girls them a follow. I saw the dirty flow, me want to know. And anywhere we stay, the girls them have to stay. Looga Man smoke the dance like dirty, jumping up in the girl them sex and necessary link it with all pets and stick them up on it. I want to keep all that. This is Looga Man, move down from the dirty can, telling everyone, from the land, you can understand where I'm coming from. The little food can jump,
Yo,
sorry.
Before we go any further, right? I just wanna big up Dan Yute in the of course, goes without saying. This was the Dan Yute rhythm. So big up yourself, Dan Yute.
Major props. Salute to Dan Yute all the while, bro. You don't know, that's like the original Uptown God.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's the one that I mean, even him more than Damon Marley, you know what I mean? Because Damon Marley also represents from the Uptown, but Dan Yute definitely captured the real Uptown element, bro, and brought it to the world, you know, which henceforth opened doors for people like me and Dutty Cup, and you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah, man, always mad props to Dan Yute, broski.
Yes.
Isn't it? Always.
So,
yeah, man, and as I said, Yeah, I say.
No, tell me about how did everything come about when it come to this tune? So
this tune, all right. Well, basically, we were all kind of part of the Too Hard stable.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, which is Jeremy Hardin and that whole Playground movement, Medina, Mercury movement, and Dan Yute, you know, happened to be a pivotal part of that as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From Fearless,
yes,
you know, from Right Round. So, and of course, I mean, me and Dan Yute never really moved in school days, but I knew him from school as well. So that kind of familiarity, I guess, helped, you know,
the
situation as well. And I heard him, he had his production, his Golden Child production going on.
Yes.
And I heard this rhythm and I was like, yeah, I said, yo, Sean, more piece that I rhythm behind. No, like the rhythm just that move with my energy. And I was like, yo, definitely. I said, Daniel, I have a thing for it. You see me, I said? I just have to go to him and tell him straight. I say, yo, I have the tune, feed that rhythm, yeah.
Yes.
Sign, seal, and deliver. You see me, I said? So where did we go? I'm trying to remember where, if it was Anchor Studio. Was it Anchor? Or by the museum. Could have been Bob Marley Museum too. Or went and recorded that song. And I think I incorporated Sean in my tune. I was like, yo, more into a little piece in my tune. Just it's, you know, it just to give it that a little touch of versatility, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he didn't know what he was coming there to do, but you don't know, them time that me and Sean roll into the studio regularly, so it was the norm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I when I wrote the tune, I had that in mind as well, to make Sean come and answer the part about Dutty, you see me?
Yeah.
And it brought some innovativeness to the vibe.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So real.
Well, I
mean,
I would have to say, if there's any DJ that I would say is my number one, it's not fair to say that there's a number one, but Spragga Benz is my DJ, right? I'll have to say.
Yeah.
But
that
tune where you just did on that the rhythm, and Dutty Flow, it's called Dutty Flow, Mr. Freeze rhythm, Golden Child Records. That was the number one tune for me, and that was big. Carl Bradley for it, but that tune there, bad on all of them.
Yeah.
No disrespect, Dan, you have two tunes for it, bad tune too, and all the rest, but a Looga Man take the rhythm.
realize. I love that, bro. Trust me. Daniel can't feel no way because I'm a volley for number one.
Yeah, man, you don't know. Yeah, man. Volley. And it's your first release, so, you know, nobody can grudge you. So, go on.
Yeah, true.
Yes. So, at the time, I was wanting to hear more from you. Of course, at that point, we started to get a lot of the Dutty Cup. You and Mustard Kid, of course, you know, more time, it was you two that would always come together and do the tune them and all the rest of it.
Right.
Yeah. So when this particular tune came along in 1998, I was very, very glad. And again, it was another tune that you just took off on the rhythm, and you know, the lyrics and the flow, everything was just amazing. So I'm gonna get into this, and we'll talk the details later. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is tune number 2. All right. We are in.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. So anyway, without ado, more music. Let's talk it.
Dutty, the fuck y'all them. How do I feel? I am queens. I Looga Man is moving style. I want more. I took out the gang. And all the girls them. I want to sing along.
Sorry.
I Looga Man smooth and I oh Dutty gang. The girls them with the best mind. And them got the flow. So better make your whole world no pass. I Looga Man smooth and I oh Dutty gang. The girls them with the hot things. And them got the flow. So better make your whole world. Killing a bounce, Sicilian bounce, Caroline. I got company system. But who have the best whining? The best whining. After that, we can't over it. And if I am Brooklyn, you pass them in. Y'all make the whining. Picking up to make it look tempting. A big track moving. It is a big bench. You want to do everything.
we never even expect say that go draw for that tune like Candyman. Honestly, like that one. Like of all songs of all Looga Man to play, I didn't anticipate it was going to be that one. But that, yeah, yo, that is huge. That is huge right there. I respect it. I respect it. I respect the history. You know what I mean?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
for
sir.
Real. For real.
Well, you know, thank you for doing it, sir.
So real.
Yeah, man.
So real. Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. The tune is just wicked. And, you know, oh, my word. So, to my knowledge, well, that's the first time I saw your name ever on the Black Shadow label. So and with Troyton and them, so how did that come about?
Yeah. Troyton, no, the fires with Troyton is, yes, you know what, no, Troyton wanted to voice Sean initially.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean, again, with my persistence, you know what I mean, like, I was just like, yo, you know, I'm trying to get on any rhythm I can basically get on at the time, you know, because, you know, I was hungry for it and I just wanted the exposure. And Troyton seemed to be a pretty solid producer, and in the game it's good to voice for solid, reputable producers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I figure more or less, you know, let me jump up on this rhythm here. You know what I mean? You know, them time that, you know, Troyton was actually paying artists, you know, to come on the rhythm.
Wow.
And he probably gave me a little thing, you know what I mean? And I was appreciative. But I was more appreciative to be on the rhythm and get the opportunity for that exposure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that, I was going to say, the interesting thing, Sean wasn't even on the rhythm. So
he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't on the rhythm.
What?
Vegas,
because, I mean,
Vegas was on the rhythm.
Okay. Because, I mean, wow, I probably did that one in Florida then, you know.
Maybe, unless he voiced and the tune didn't come out, but yeah, Sean wasn't on the rhythm. So
yeah,
again,
because I know also Troyton make it a point of duty to get Sean on his project.
Yes, he did.
So you know what I mean. I don't know. It was probably stemming from that, but and again, it could be stemming from the whole Dutty Cup energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The you know, because you know Troyton know the deal. You know what I mean?
Crazy. That's crazy. So I mean, I wanted to ask, because I do know this of you, that your father is one of the band members of Third World, correct?
Yes, most definitely. He's one of the foundation, one of the original members of Third World.
Yes. So
you know, Richard Daly.
Yeah. So clearly, so music is in your DNA. So so that's. It's interesting because this is definitely, I believe, one thing that we have in common, where your father is a famous musician and my father, he's famous for being my father. So at least we have two famous.
Realize. I like the terminology.
So
Yeah,
man. So all right.
Yeah, man. Big up to your dad's Candyman. Yeah, man. He definitely produce good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Good people in the world.
That's another story for another day. Still. All right then. So we're gonna get into tune number 3 now. I can't not play a Dutty Cup tune.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do, I wanted to play a Dutty Cup song, which is not exactly the most popular. And
the most popular, right?
It's a Dutty Cup song that, for once, had all of you on it.
Yeah.
So
that's a rarity.
Yes, all of you, because there's most of the tune them didn't have chicken on it. For some, I'm not sure. Yeah. Chicken must have came in later anyway, right?
No, chicken was there from the get-go, you know, bro. It's just I don't know, the camaraderie. It's just like, I don't know, the chemistry, the movement at the time. It differed, you know. We're definitely all family, but we weren't all necessarily moving in the same direction at the same time.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So for real, for when all of us come together and really and do something, it's really a special moment.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get into that in a second. This one I'm gonna let play for 2 verses because you came in a little later, but it's the whole squad, and I love the tune. Obviously, Dutty Cup is an insane clan. So, yeah. So anyway, so this is tune number 3, and this is the Dutty Cup Crew. I'm gonna give the information when the tune, done. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the living legend that is Looga Man, Smooth the Dan. Don't ever forget about that. Yes, man. All right. So boom. This is tune number 3. Let's go.
Yeah.
All those who like to take a puff.
Shine. Pass with the chalice. Quick make we like it. Tell the boy them not fight it. Our we tune, we are gonna hype it. Raspy, kiki, the road boy them like it. So strictly the herb, strictly the herb. Just stick up on to calm them nerve. Just stick on it. Man up a bun the chronic and just stick up nothing to cock up and flick your strictly the herb. Strictly the herb, just stick up on to calm them nerve. Just stick on it. Man up a bun the chronic and just stick up nothing to cock up and flick me got some on the chronic and just stick up run the quick up. I can tell you about this, Caliban than the stick. Enough of them quote them brain italic, no panic. Enough of them mentally sick. Sideways them tongue gate to get the next hit narcotic. And nothing that hellfire fit done. Don't take up a shine them my whole herb, but it's really chalice. Batman no one season split. Jake Lydia.
Murder. Yes, Naya. Yo. Real strictly the herb. Strictly the herb. That the cup on for some of them nerve. Just the chronic. Man of it, one the chronic. Bombard, murder, yeah man. Strictly the herb.
Yeah man, love it.
Sick. So that's a chorus that I wrote to,
Yeah? All right.
I wrote that Strictly the Herb chorus. And and Sean said, yo, let's put our energy behind it.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and
beautiful vibe.
The chemistry, and a different man hold, you hold 2 bars or 4 bars or whatever. So I love what went into it. It's just and again, for some reason, it wasn't exactly a big rhythm for some reason, but the tune was bad.
It wasn't.
So
yeah. And that's happened to me a lot over the years in Candyman. I have a lot of what you call well, my friend Jovi Rockwell, she kind of gave me the terminology. She was like, Looga, you have a lot of hidden hits.
Oh yeah.
You have a lot of hidden hits, so people actually have to kind of discover them and look for them.
Yeah.
It's like them almost go on a venture and then out of nowhere it's like this my buck up pan.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah. That
well,
strangely that's the scenario.
I'm in a little brotherhood, if you like, of other reggae dancehall vinyl collectors. Okay. So we all agreed on a term. I can't remember who came up with it, but there's a term we call them the bastard songs, because rhythm come out and then the big tune them take the rhythm where it needs to go, and the bastards are the ones that nobody don't hear and nobody don't see, swept under the carpet. So some reason, I don't know what that is about, you have a lot of bastard tunes out there, but the tune them bad. You know what I mean?
Murder.
So, yeah.
realize. Yeah, man.
So I'm not sure. I mean, so for instance, one of my DJ friend, Selector SP from out of Toronto, Canada. SP. Yeah. So him played the tune that you and Master Kid did on the Dutty Cup. I'm sorry, on the Street Sweeper rhythm.
On the Street Sweeper.
Which
R.I.P. Steely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man.
And
iconic producer.
Of course.
Iconic.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
I say Steely and Clevie, I equate them to like Jimmy Jam and Jerry Lewis. Pioneers of music, because they took and created a new style of music that did not exist, and they took R&B and hip hop to a next level. So to be a part of anything that they did, congratulations, because again, the tune that you did on the Street Sweeper was a bad.
Jesus,
But,
you know,
yeah.
To be honest, I saw SP post it the other day, and I was like, I haven't even heard that song in a little while, and I was taken aback. I was like, boom, box like.
Yeah.
But I have to send it to Master right away. I was like, Mas,
Listen.
check this, bro. No, cause yeah, that tune I murdered, and yo, certain heads uptown definitely took to that tune and knew that tune was fire.
Yeah.
But as you say, it really wasn't one of the the forerunners, one of the songs on the forefront.
Yeah.
But definitely big bad tune, bro.
Yeah.
And Candyman, big up for recognizing that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, this is why we're talking.
Yeah, realize.
The wickedest thing about that particular tune is that when, in London, we, at the time, Green Sleeves had just started to produce 45 to 7 inches, and they would put out, so Steely and Clevie would send them whatever, tune them. So they would start, they released the Street Sweeper rhythm on these 7-inch Green Sleeve 45s. So we did not get, I think that Dutty Cup tune might have been on the other side of a Buccaneer tune, but the English release, we didn't even get it. So it's just now Drummer Collector and people out there, because when it comes to all of our little collector committee, we will play certain tune and share certain tune, but we don't always know about certain tunes. So
right.
That one slipped past me because I didn't even know it existed until SP posted it the other day, and I was like, Yeah. Crazy.
No, that tune there, I want to tell you, say, boy, Jeremy Hardin. I think, is that tune? Yeah, man, Jeremy Hardin vexed with the day when the voice. But Jeremy wanted to voice it on one of his rhythms. You know what I mean? But you voice it for Steely and Clevie, you can't miss a moment like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't.
That is crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Big up Jeremy for being a legendary producer himself.
Yeah, of course.
Know what I mean? But you don't know whether for sure,
Yeah, man.
Share the Dutty.
Yes,
the
man.
Dutty steez.
Don't know. Wow.
Big up Colleen.
Yes.
Golden Eye. Sorry. Shush.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to say, I would shout every single person in. I mean, I know Hawkeye is in there, so big up Hawkeye. And
Hawkeye there.
He's in it. So big up everybody that's in there, but I don't like to interrupt, so I don't shout out everything.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
But hail up everybody, and thank you for support and share the live. So we're getting some history, guys, that they've never heard any of this stuff before. So again,
true.
So we're gonna go to song number 4, which is definitely up there with one of my favorite Looga Man tune. Still, we're keeping it. I mean. We're still in the year 2000. Well, we're going to the year 2000 here. And it was a rhythm that, you know what? You did a live not too long ago, a couple of weeks back with a brother. I can't remember the DJ's name. And he was really loud, some Looga Man. I mean, I was listening because I was doing my research. We're not clashing or nothing, but we never want to play about your tune.
Murder. Yeah.
But there was one tune that he played off for. But you know what? So what? I have to play it because I need the story behind this, because this tune is one of my favorite. Again, one of my favorite Looga Man tunes. So what I'm doing here, I'm pulling out my favorites anyway. So So this is tune number 4, and it's from the year 2000. So we're just gonna go into this. So more music, let's talk it.
Yeah, when the bitches where them come from, send them back there. I talk to y'all, and I look come and smooth the gun. And we him go with no men, right? Come back again. We him go with no men. We bundle all of them and them box full of friends. We him go with no men, right? Come back again. We nah, lingo in the men. My front door of them and them hustle who spend. Girl willing and me willing that me skilling and me nature. Funny guy and him a key behavior. Slim a rough up man a man, tongue in a day theater. In a other side, they know say them what they are theater. This the creator, you bring that to Looga. Might have to down the color code, rock with your future. I know that the culture of Looga.
Bumbo clad.
Yeah. That flow that different.
Yeah, man. So man. Yo. No, that was like Uptown Doomsday anthem. And I mean, like, yo, trust me, that tune was definitely a huge song for me, like dubplate wise.
Yeah.
I made some nice dubplate money off of that song too. And that line, I have to give thanks. You see me I say?
Yeah, man.
That was such a great energy, bro. That song, how it came about. Because initially I went in the studio and it's Jazzy T's rhythm, right?
Yes.
From his label.
Yeah.
And I went in the studio and I had the chorus, and the chorus was actually "Girl drilling them, me willing that me skilling them, me nature. On a funny guy and him half key behavior." You know what I mean? That was the chorus.
Wow.
But then the verse started. We now mingle with no men, right? Come, it started with we now mingle with no men, and then Sean heard it. So Sean was on the rhythm too, and Sean heard the we now mingle with no men, and it was like, Lugs, you know, say, I just switch it around. Just use the gal drilling them willing as the verse, and then use the we nah mingle with no men, right? And use that as the chorus. I'ma say, when me do it in the studio, the whole studio drop down. Them drop right down the ground. Them say, "Buck lot I hit." The man them say, "It a sweet percent." And bro, I swear, bro, I was like, that was a day I never regretted that day. I appreciated that day, bro.
Yeah, man.
Fully.
That tune was.
That was voiced down at Mikey Bennett's studio too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if you're familiar with Mikey Bennett. Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. Well, you see his name on the records, M. Bennett, so you know.
Yeah. So, realize, man, don't Grafton. Grafton is the name. I was trying to remember the name of the studio. Grafton Studio. Yeah, man.
Grafton Studio.
Big up
Is that
Jazzy T.
anything to do with Tony Kelly? No.
No.
Okay.
No,
because he had a label
that's Mikey
called
Bennett.
Grafton, and I wasn't. Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Tony Kelly had a label called Grafton. So I was wondering.
For real? I thought it was just.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was years before.
I thought it was just Kelly Shows.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was years before.
okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah, man.
So
huge vibe, bro.
Yeah, man.
I went home on a high. I went home on a high that evening. after Namingo.
Yeah.
Because was out of the studio. I remember Trev Jamis came around too. And I was like, I would have. My man said, "Yo, Looga that thing, because we're out in the parking lot now playing it." Yeah. Yo, man, I tell you, murder, bro. Murder.
Wow.
Mingo.
I first heard the rhythm. It was a Renaissance sound tape, because we used to get all of the sound tape them in England. So a certain song we would follow religiously, and definitely Renaissance was one of them. And then play the rhythm, and then play the chicken, and I was like, yo, the daily ranking and But so it was just mad. So. But your tune, of course, as you know, as I done said already, from morning with your Looga Man vibe, you say, yo, that DJ, you're different,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Straight.
Wow. Okay, so the next tune I'm gonna play. Again, so this is tune number 5, but this is also in 2000. Of course, you have an extensive library that goes up to today, but I'm trying my best to, because right now, they don't release Spotify again, so anybody can just download whatever rhythm from anywhere, and any blind man can say, "Yo, me have tune and whatever." But when it comes to the 45, then if you don't have the 45, in most cases you won't get the tune. So I want to play a tune that came out on a very, very popular rhythm, which was an album. But for some really strange reason, your tune was not featured on the album.
It wasn't featured on the album.
Yeah,
wow.
but we'll get to it in a minute. So, not that long ago, this was maybe a week before Chicken went. Before he left us, again, big up Chicken. And I was doing one of my live juggling session, and Chicken, you know, he used to come in and tune in because I love, you know, because me, I love to play old school anyway. So me, I just juggle tune and I listen to him. So I think I was playing the Punani rhythm, and I was playing all of my exclusives, you know, the Flower Gun and Shaka and Bailey and two different Tiger tunes. Yeah. All the tunes that people don't hear upon the Punani rhythm, whatever. So it was tuning and I shouted him out. So I played this song in honor of him. And I gave him a salute. So I was actually gearing up to even speak to him from them times in the first place. But then when he left, I said, "Rah, did you see that?" But anyway. Yes. So I just want to build up just to let you know that this tune that you have, it was you and Chicken tune that was not on the album. Again, which is really...
Oh, for real?
Yes. So, here we go. So I'm going to play the final song, tune number 5, on the Chat About Reggae session with the great Looga Man. So this is tune number 5.
Realize.
We are in the year of 2000. The tune, the rhythm, everybody will not, well, dancehall fans will know, but you will be shocked to hear, and you'll be shocked that you have never heard this before, most of us. So, all right, boom. Let's go. More music, let's talk it.
Hello, come on, all the time. I'm a ladies. Let me hear your shout. Attitude, that kill a girl sudden cause you're rude, them can't stop it like your flashy mode, so spin around and make a girl know. Attitude.
Whoa, the thing drop on.
Murder.
You know what, the tune too bad. The tune too bad.
Yo, sorry, yo.
All right, me already.
Yeah, man.
Okay, the battery. Yeah, I didn't. All right, yeah. Don't worry yourself. All right.
Yeah, man, attitude.
Boom. My bad. So yeah. Wow. Oh man, I would have loved to get to the verses of that one still. Give me a moment.
Yo, make a girl know so you run things for centuries. All them to stop in them party benches. Now your friends, them mad, them in a frenzy. Natural eyes, no need no contact lenses. Don't know that all the use your 5 senses. Bank book, but you no got no expenses. House complete, surrounded by fences. It is so comprehensive. Yo, your attitude, that kill a girl so...
Yo, listen to me now, man. You really draw for some song that Candyman. I would never have thought, bro. Like honestly. No, man. I mean, hats off to you, bro.
Respect.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
Yeah. Realize, bro. Realize.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Well, this is my it's appreciation again, because you know, we have these hidden treasures, you know, and it's such a shame that they're not in the psyche or people don't even know about them. Everybody heard this rhythm.
Exactly.
Nobody even knows you were on the rhythm. The album's out there, but you know, so
yeah.
Whew,
you know, I had no idea that my song was released on that rhythm.
It's not on the album. 45 is there, but you know, it's not on the album. So
the 45, but it's not on the album.
45 is here. So what happens is
that's strange politics.
Yeah, well, what happens is, as you know, so as selectors, what we would do back then, you know, you go to a record shop. So when you go into the record shop, a rhythm is out. So what you do, you buy the baddest tune, right? And and you're thinking of what you're gonna be playing, what's good for the radio, and you're thinking what's good for the dance. So if a rhythm have like say 20 piece on the rhythm, because your money is a certain way, you're not gonna buy 20. You might buy 10 of artists that you care about and the tune them rare to, or you might just that's what. And then you'd buy 10 from another rhythm, or you'd spread it out, right? So at this point in the year 2000, we started getting these rhythm albums. So a lot of lazy DJs would just buy the rhythm album to say, right, boom, that's all I need. So that's what I do believe has happened to yours, because more time, because you're not gonna look and see what's on the album to see if Looga Man is on there. You're not interested. You just buy the album, you know, and then the 45 goes by the wayside. So so when I discovered this tune, because you know, you go to these second-hand record shop and you're, you know, getting your knees dirty and dusty, going digging through the crates of vinyl and record, and I see this tune, I was like, yo, that looked like the Mad Sex Rhythm, because the Black Shadow Troyton's label, they changed it at that point. So I said, I wonder. Okay. So I put the tune on, I said, right, you know what? And I got this tune maybe like 3 years ago.
You see that? 2000, see that? Oh, man, I tell you a story. I mean, what are the chances? That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge, so, bro.
Yeah. So, so of course, you know, give us a scoop.
Attitude. You know, again, I try to keep my relationships going, or maintain relationships with you know, these producers that I work with over the years.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there's always a set of producers that I would always, you know, like anytime Troyton would come into town.
Yes.
Even if him don't link me, I'm reaching out to him.
Yes.
To say, yo, Troyton, well, go on me here, say it there.
Boom.
I have one new rhythm, and as usual, I want to express myself and Looga's thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Express Looga's perspective on it.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, you know, after linking him a number of times, I was like, all right, cool, Luke's going in the studio. And he had given me the rhythm and I vibed it. I actually had that song from before. And I thought, yeah, this song kind of fit the rhythm still. It kind of gel with the rhythm, you know what I mean? So, you know, it and the rhythm had a chemistry. So I was just like, yeah. And I started spitting it, Troyton was feeling it. So, you know, the rest is history, basically. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and,
crazy.
Troyton a good youth, man.
Yeah, man.
Troyton a good youth, man. One of my original, you know, producer them.
Yeah, and you are instrumental. You're one of the artists them that he did use to actually build up the credibility of his label and his brand. So, you know. Yeah, man. That's definitely mad. You know, so again, I have to express my extreme gratitude for you spending time with me and us here and all the rest of it. As you know, I'm a collector of reggae dancehall, and when I'm selecting tune in a dance or whatever, I try my best to always play different anyway. So what I do here is, again, like I said, I try to shed a light on a side of the reggae dancehall thing that people probably don't even know about, or something that's been hidden. So I mean, I don't have a very big platform with 1 million people tuning into me, all the rest of it. But so again, I'm so thankful that you've spent time with me in this way, so that I can, you know, you can hold this salute and all.
Yes,
yeah, man.
Listen,
so thank you for vibing. Thank you.
I'm very, again, you know, you're welcome, Matt, but I'm also appreciative of you having me here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm always of the thought process that you know, small increments add up to a large amount.
Yes, indeed.
You know, so whatever the platform, sometimes I don't really discriminate much. You know what I mean? As long as I'm feeling the energy and the vibe, you know, I definitely would you know, reciprocate that.
Yeah. Well,
you know, so
judging by one of the songs that you did here, which was Nah Mingle. I mean, you said you're open to all kinds of platforms. I don't believe that you'd be too enthusiastic to take on a platform if, let's say, RuPaul wanted to have you on his show. But, you know, who am I to judge?
No. You see, there's something called dancehall law. Yes. There's something called dancehall law that everybody that comes into the game has to abide by that. So, you know, certain things we're not dealing with. You understand?
Yo, my brother.
Yeah.
Oh man, so again, I'd like to I can't thank you enough. So big man. But we'll definitely get into. I've got a lot more, so eventually, I'm thinking of maybe another session at some stage. But as Teddy Buckshot said, we will talk about that little more. So
see it. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, definitely. Anytime.
Yes, sir.
Anytime,
all right, respect, brother. Thank you so much for your time. And again, we got 2 minutes left in the live anyway, so we're gonna lock off. So again, thank you very much. I might just spin 2 tunes. I'll come probably back in. I'll just start juggle a couple of tunes still, and So anyway, big man, respect here, sir. All right, man. Walk good and keep doing the music. And by the way, folks, I mean we've only got 2 minutes left, but do not wait till something happens to Looga Man for you lot to start propping him up. All the sound man them that see this, get your Looga Man dubs right now. Looga Man was bad, is bad, and will be bad. You see me? This is why.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. So that's just my little message to the world.
Yo, Candyman, I don't know, broski.
Yes, but by the way, I'm not sure when you're gonna see Corrupt and them Monday, but tell them, yeah, come. But
yeah. Most best man, Mokele, me make him know, man.
Yeah, man, don't know. All right, man. Big man, respect here, sir. So we're gonna lead out before we get kicked out. So we're gonna end this session now. But thank you so much again, folks. This was Looga Man. All right, boom. Have a good day, sir.
Yes, bless. Thank you for having me.
Wow. Whoo! That was a session and a half. Again, thank you for everybody for tuning in and spread the live. Next up, we have Angie Angel coming in, the veteran Empress. Woo! We've got yeses from Deli Ranks, Mr. Lex, General B, Roned, Nada Rankin. We're just going to get into the time of dates. I'm about to lock off, so let's just do that now. People, respect, and I'll catch you on the other side.